Hi, I'm Amanda Freed, and I'm at the core at La Encantada, where we are live streaming for you. And if you catch us right now, great. If not, you can get these recordings on tmcaz.com or our YouTube channel, Facebook. So we're coming to you in all the ways that we can and all the ways you've become accustomed to us supporting you in the community. So we really want to show up as much as we can and offer you healthy offerings at this time. And I love showing up every week and offering meditation and meditating with you. It's part of how I actually help myself get through these difficult times. And so this month we've been talking about sowing seeds of change. And I was recently in California visiting a friend of mine. And can you see this? This is what I used to, growing up, I would call these itchy balls. Well, of course, I've educated myself now, and they are actually seed pods from the gum tree. And so I was in my friend's yard in Southern California, and there were a ton of them there. And I started to look at them closely. That's what meditation teachers do. We just like examine things in nature. And I picked it up and I shook it, and there were these little seeds in there. Now, I never knew this. You know, when I was a kid, I thought these were just there to destroy me and cause incredible pain when I stepped on them. But then I was like, oh my gosh, there's seeds in here. So this big, sticky, painful thing is actually protecting the seeds inside. And then because it was only a few weeks ago when I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, this kind of looks like a COVID molecule. And I started to think about this month's theme and how we are kind of deep in the bud of this pandemic, and we still are. Things haven't quite opened up yet. And even though this can be painful and uncomfortable, the seeds inside hold hope and budding life. And so that really, this is what gave me the idea for a theme for this month. And when you step on something like this, or when you even see something like this, and it's so ominous looking, it's impossible almost to fathom that this could hold life, that this is actually harboring something incredibly beautiful inside. The tree is huge if you've seen gum trees, and they're really beautiful. So for today's meditation, we're going to bring our awareness deep down inside that darkness, inside the bud of your own awareness. So find a comfortable seat and allow your eyes to close down gently. Now, in today's practice, we might be in silence a little more than usual. So if I get quiet, don't worry, you haven't lost your connection. Stay connected to your breath. Notice those messages that come up in your mind that go, oh no, I probably lost my computer connection, she's gone, all the fear that happens when we're in silence and darkness. But I promise you I'm here, and I promise you I'll be back, and I will bring you out of meditation when it's time. So now, if you've already found your comfortable seat and you've allowed your eyes to close down, begin to connect with your breath. And if you don't feel comfortable in this moment with eyes closed, don't worry. You can let them open just a little bit to let some light in, because many of us are not comfortable in the darkness. And gently bring as much of your awareness as you can to your breath. And when you first do this practice, you might notice that you can hear the sounds in the room more loudly than you can hear them before. So the moment we try to get quiet, all this sound comes in. Now, these sounds are not a hindrance to your meditation. Just like everything else that's going around all the time in your world, in your awareness, just recognize the sound and then gently bring the awareness back to the breath. So in these first few moments of practice, we just pay attention to the breath. Inhaling and knowing that you're inhaling. Exhaling and simply knowing that you're exhaling. No effort, no control, just allowing the breath to come and go on its own. Remembering that the breath is always there for you, has always been there for you. You don't have to work at it or try. If you've been ill this year, that breath may be a little more effortful. See if you can relax the muscles of breathing so that the breath can flow a little more gently on its own. Now we'll make the awareness of the breath just a little more refined. Just see how deep or how long you can follow the path of the breath. For some of us, we might see the breath coming in behind closed eyes. We might feel it or hear it. We all have this experience in a different way. What's your unique way of paying attention to the path of your breath? Maybe you can feel or hear the air coming in through your nostrils. Feel it hit the back of your throat. Maybe you can feel the lungs expand or the rib cage expand. You might follow the breath as far down as to feel your belly release and fill with the breath. See if you can notice the moment that the inhale gives way to the exhale. And then can you follow the exhale from its inception all the way up till you feel that warm air come across your top lip. Some might experience this as light coming in and going out. Whatever is your unique way of experiencing and following the path of the breath, do that for 3 more cycles of breath. And a cycle is an inhale and an exhale. If the attention wanders to a sound or a thought, apart from the breath, as soon as you notice that, just gently bring the awareness back to the breath. It'll be there for you. Good. Now bring the awareness to the muscles at the sides of your jaw, just below the temples. See if you can let those muscles release. And when they do, your lower jaw will gently fall away from the upper jaw. Lips and teeth may part gently, and the low jaw might slide back. So many of us hold so much tension right there. And it's just going to allow those muscles to release. And then the skin and the muscles around the eyes and the forehead, allow them to release as well. Bring the awareness to the area at the sides of the scalp, just above and around the ears. And see if you can let those muscles release as well. Allowing the shoulders to soften. And the arms to just hang heavy by your sides. And just notice how the hands have fallen in your lap. Are they palms up or palms down? You don't need to change anything. One hand might be on top of the other. Just notice how they fall in naturally. Become aware of the rise and fall of your rib cage or your collarbones as you breathe. Allow any tension around your low back or your belly to soften and release. Let the belly be full. Feel your hips weighty into the seat beneath you. Allow the muscles of the legs to release and the feet to just be soft. Now returning your attention to the breath, feel what it feels like to breathe in your body in this moment. Can you feel more expansion, but actually more of the cells of your body are being fed by your breath simply because you've released some tension in the muscles? Now allow your awareness to journey deeper within. Breathe into that space in the center of your chest, into the heart center. In yoga, sometimes we'll call this the cave of the heart. So imagine yourself entering into the cave of your own heart. And it's dark, and the temperature is just a little bit cool, but perfect. Have a seat in the cave of your heart and let your awareness rest. Nothing to think about, nothing to do, but just to be. See if you can feel a weightiness come over you. Like you're sinking slightly into the earth beneath you. This cave of your heart, it's dark, cool, but allow an overwhelming feeling of safety to come over you. This is a safe space for you. As if the darkness has enfolded you in a blanket of love, warmth, and safety. Nothing to do, nothing to see or process, just resting in the cave of your own heart. Just like a seed is buried beneath the earth, with that blanket of warm earth protecting it. Now for a moment, allow your awareness to go to what that seed might be holding. Compassion, patience, kindness, self-care. So what is that seed in the cave of your heart holding for this year? Breathe into that space. Where that seed in your heart holds all the potentiality of whatever it is you'd like to sow this year. Knowing that you can grow anything you'd like in your own awareness. Knowing that perhaps right now, not even a little sprout is visible. But so much nourishment is available. In the rich loam of the earth, of the cave of your own heart. If the mind wanders away to sound or thought, gently bring the awareness back to the breath, to the darkness of the cave, or to the seat beneath you. For just a couple of more moments, resting the awareness on the seed that you have planted today. Compassion, kindness, friendliness, self-love. What is the seed that you have uniquely planted for yourself today? And how might you water that seed and feed it? With a deep inhale and a full exhale, just imagine yourself beginning to stretch and move. You don't have to do it physically yet. So we're going to gently move the awareness out of the cave of the heart, allowing little tiny bits of light in, little by little. Just releasing the focus there. And then deepening your breath slightly. Placing more of your emphasis on your inhale. And that will bring your awareness back up to the surface a little bit, back into the room, back into the body. So now you can begin to maybe wiggle fingers and toes or stretch gently. You always want to come out of meditation very slowly and gently. And then in your own time, allowing your eyes to blink open, because the eyes will often want to stay heavy and close back down a little bit. And that's fine. Give yourself enough time. And then I like to look around and notice, has my vision changed? Has my awareness changed? Often, when I come out of meditation, my vision of the world actually changes. It's a little softer. Sometimes it's clearer and sometimes it's a little more fuzzy because I'm seeing more with the inner eye. So we hold this image of Yes, things have been dark. Yes, they may even get a little darker before they dawn. Everybody's in a different level of awareness. So if you're thinking, wow, things haven't lightened up for me at all, I understand. We're not all going to move out of this at the same time. Honor that darkness and know it's a creation phase. And remember, sometimes the stickiest looking things can hold the most beauty within them. And that's what I hope for you. So from the core, this is Amanda Freed. Can't wait to see you next week. Have a wonderful day.